Boom! All right, guys, welcome back, Grant Training Systems. Today we have a very cool lower back foam roller exercise where I specifically use the rumble roller, but anyone is okay. And if you have seen the thumbnail, you notice we've got a new model. That it helps me explain the exercise to you and you really to grasp a concept of what I want you to do so we can get your back feeling better and you pain free. All right, so let's get a little house cleaning out of the way first. One, please subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. Two, please drop a comment and let me know what you think. And three, links below to sign up for the free 45-minute consultation where you can talk one-to-one with me, or if you want, you got a free program for the shoulder, the lower back, and the unbreakable body. Everything is down below. With that being said, let's get into why your lower back hurts in the first place. I have said this in many videos, and basically we are not supposed to sit for more than 30 minutes a day. That 30 minutes should be on the floor, and we should change our position every 2 minutes. However, in 2020, basically in 1920, that wouldn't be possible. That isn't possible. So what we need to do is we need to kind of understand that we are, sadly enough, like a zoo animal in the zoo. So once we realize that there's a problem, we can't sit for 30 minutes, not on the floor, and we're not going to change our position every 2 minutes, then we got to come up with a solution. That's how our brain works. Once the brain recognizes there's a problem, we find the solution. And what the solution is to bring blood, nutrients, and just overall mobility to that tacked down tissue. Now you can see this area right here. It's called the thoracolumbar fascia. And fascia is known as a very tight tissue. Let's keep it very non-scientific there. And I like to look at it as almost like a cast. So if you break your arm, when the cast is wet, it's still malleable. But once it starts to dry, it gets very hard. This is kind of how the fascia in our body is. And as you can see in the picture here, again, that white area, that is our fascia. And this really likes to get tacked down. And the way we can keep it mobile and supple and really moving in a nice way is by always keeping it hydrated. Now that doesn't mean you need to stick a straw in the back and give it a bottle of water. It means we need to keep the nutrients going in and the old stuff coming out. So good blood in, bad blood out. And we do this by keeping the tissue active. Now does that mean you have to do warm-up exercises all day? No, not at all. Because when we stand and we move and we activate our nervous system, our body, we do the same thing to that area there. So if we want to kind of pep it up a little bit and give it a little bit more love, we can do these mobility exercises specifically targeting that area. Now, the nice thing about mobility is this idea of this test and retest means that when you test it, so you see how it feels, you do your therapy work in between, i.e. this next exercise, and then you stand back up and you retest it. Mobility is great because you get this instantaneous result, which everybody in this world wants these days, of feeling better. Unlike, trying to get a six-pack where you just do 1,000 sit-ups one day and the next day you can't move, you can't sneeze, you can't cough, everything hurts, and you still look just as bad as you did before you did the 1,000. That is what is cool with mobility. However, we do not want to push and pray. We want to make sure where we are pushing, where we are working, where we are massaging, what we are doing is going after the root of the problem and not just the symptoms. If my neck was like this, and we know that massage temporarily relieves pain and lengthens tissue, you could work here, that would elongate my neck even more, and I would feel great temporarily, but my situation would be worse, and then I would wonder why my pain always comes back. Maybe that's what you guys are thinking when you leave your physical therapy sessions or allied health professionals. However, if I were to work here and lengthen the tissue through mobility massage, we would fix the root of the problem. However, often the thief is the quiet one and the victim makes all the noise. So in this sense, if you're here, your head is hanging here, this is most likely where your pain's gonna be. So if we push and pray, most likely we're gonna work here and never solve the root issue of the problem. So by focusing on the area that is painful, that is okay. But you're gonna notice in this exercise, we are moving around, trying to find out your dark skeletons in your closet when it comes to where it is painful for you, so you can specifically make this exercise for you. All right, so we've got Anna on the ground now, and we've got the rumble roller. I like the teeth because it really kind of grabs into that thoracolumbar fascia, so this area right here. And what we want to do is we want to release this area because this is the muscle and the fascia that's really kind of pulling on that spine. You actually have this issue on your left side. Due to the camera reason, we're going to focus more on the right. But as you can see, Anna's in her TV watching position, meaning she's sitting down as if she was staring at the TV. The roll is in her lower back. This is very important. How many times clients have this in their mid back or even upper back? We want to work on that lower thoracolumbar fascia. So now, Anna, why don't you go ahead and lie on your right elbow or lean on your right elbow. And from here, you can see that roll is now going into that fascia, that tissue. Again, I'll show it here next to the spine. So now we're working on her right side. Anna, why don't you go ahead and just kind of roll up and down. Try to breathe, stay relaxed, which is why we have the elbow on the ground. If you're able to do it without having your elbow on the ground, fantastic. But a lot of times, this fascia is very tight, it's very hard to relax, and you end up fighting against it, which is what we don't want, because if the nervous system is working against you, it's not gonna help you, and the muscle's gonna stay tight, if not get tighter. From here, Anna, as you're doing the exercise, you can slowly start to kind of roll into the mid portion of your back. You might find some different areas that hurt. When you find those areas, don't just roll past them. That's where we want you to stay, because it's these little trigger points, it's these areas that are sensitive that is for sure the cause of your back pain. So by releasing these, you allow that spine to start moving much more free. And when that spine can move, the pain receptors are not annoyed. Therefore, you don't have the pain. The inflammation goes away and you're able to move pain-free. All right, there we go. One more video done and hopefully one more exercise for your library for you to become and stay pain-free. If you have not gone to the website yet, granttrainingsystems.com, and signed up for the free 45-minute consultation, do so now. Let's talk one-to-one about how my digital physical therapy programs can help get you pain-free and keep you pain-free and make sure you live a life that is pain-free. If you have not subscribed to the channel, do so now. Hit that goddamn bell so you get the notifications. Every Tuesday is a new video, and these videos are also every Friday on IGTV. So if you have not subscribed to my podcast yet or not subscribed to my little Instagram channel, then do so now because the link is up there. I want to see you guys everywhere. Let me know what you think of the videos. Leave your comments below. Have a goddamn good day, and I'll see you guys next week.